Hey Bobcat fans, it's time for another Bobcat Coach's Corner. This time, for the first time, we have head men's basketball coach Terry Sellers with us. Terry, thanks for letting us know a little bit more about the program.
You're welcome.
All right, so we've been through a whole preseason now, getting pretty close to having the season started proper after these exhibitions and scrimmages. What players and first of all, how's the preseason gone, and then what players have emerged as ones that are going to be important for our success?
I think we've had a good preseason. The guys have worked extremely hard, and we've had a lot of players that have emerged and are competing for playing time this year. And Josh Hurst has been stepped up and has shown good leadership in the preseason and in our early practices. 3 of our transfers that when we signed them, we were certainly counting on our transfers to step in, and with the loss of Ty Rowland and Jake Rios, Graham Martin, we had to have some immediate help. And Jared Holmes is one of those guys that's probably been our most consistent player in practice and games. Jared plays hard all the time. He's got the intensity that we love as a coach, and he's been probably the most consistent guy on our team. Mike Augustine has done well as Ryan Legates. And those 3 guys really, they've stepped up. They need to play well for us because they're surrounded by a lot of new guys, a lot of freshmen and sophomores. So we need those guys to step up and play well for us. And our other returning players have done a good job. Ryan Aquino has been battling some injuries in the preseason, but he's been playing well. Reese Wiedemann, he's had some good days, also battling some injuries. Andre McHale's been battling a back injury all preseason, has not been able to play in any of our exhibition or scrimmage games. So we need to get healthy, one thing, and then we have some young guys like Aaron Robinson, Royal Thomas, a couple of freshmen that have come in and have competed really hard. So we got a lot of guys. It's just a matter of really trying to put it all together.
Now, I know you do have a lot of fresh faces on this year's Bobcat squad. First, large class like that in quite some time. But you've seen it all probably here at Georgia College in your time. As a coach, how do you help those guys gel with the established players? How do you help that group come together and perform as a team?
Well, it just takes time, and that's one thing. I'm not the most patient, coach, I guess, but I know it does take time. It's not going to come together overnight. It's a process that you just have to, work together every day. These guys go through the preseason. They put in, 8 hours a week with us, and then they're playing probably another hour or so together every day. And we just try to make sure we recruit high-character young men that we feel like would be good fits for the program, and guys that will be able to get along with their teammates. And then we start practicing, and we go 2.5 hours, 6 days a week, and really get in the weight room. So those guys they practically live together. They're together a lot, and it's just a process that just takes a lot more time than I would like for it to take. You'd like for it to come together quickly, but it's just not realistic to expect that. So it's just something we have to work on every day and continue to work and see it develop.
All right, well, let's look at the Mercer exhibition, which is our first, full game style of play. The score probably wasn't where you wanted it to be, but what sort of positives could you take out of that loss at Mercer?
Well, that was a tough loss for us. Not that we lost necessarily, but because I was just I didn't think we played like Georgia College, like we normally play. I thought we came out, we were very competitive in the first half. That was a positive. The guys, they were, I think, mentally, ready to go to begin the game. I was just disappointed in our second half. I was disappointed when we got down. I just didn't see the fire, the competitive fire that you have to have, because you're going to have games that you're going to get down, and you can't, get discouraged and drop your head. And I just didn't feel like we competed as hard as we normally do and as we must in the Peach Belt Conference. So we learned a lot from the scrimmage, and we've been working very hard since that exhibition game to correct some of those areas that where we didn't play well. Obviously, our team has changed a lot. Last 3 or 4 years, we had some great, probably the best shooting teams we've ever had here at Georgia College. We've got to shift. We got some decent shooters, but we've got to do a better job of getting the ball inside, and we obviously can't rely on just shooting the 3 as much as we have in the past few years, and we got to have a total team effort. We got to replace 2 or 3 guys that started for 3 or 4 years here, and it's going to have to be a team effort. And you know, in order to be successful, I think this team has to play together better than any team we've had here, and that's something we've done better than other teams in our league, I think. And this year we got to step that up even more.
All right, well, let's look forward then. I look forward to next Wednesday. The season starts in proper with a home contest here at 7:30 on the 17th against Carver Bible. Now, this is a relationship you guys have had for a couple of years now, an NAI program, small school out of the Atlanta area, I believe. First of all, how did you get that relationship started? And secondly, what do you expect from that team when they come in here Wednesday night?
Well, several years ago, they started playing all the teams in the Peach Belt, and that's something that they do. And you know, just a game, and for many years we could play 27 games, so that was kind of our play 26, and that was our 27th game, and a chance to play against a team that you know, that was not too far, and they like to travel. I mean, they really like to get on the road and play as many teams as they can. They play a ton of Division I schools as well as Peach Belt schools, so it's a real game, and you know, it counts, and it's a good opportunity for us to just see where we are before we get into the real meat of our season. And this year we just happen to be opening up with them, but we're looking forward to it. The guys have been practicing a long time. You know, as a coach, you want to wait till things get, you feel like you got it down pat and perfect and you're ready to go. But if that were the case, we'd never play any games. We'd just be practicing all the time. At some point in time, you just got to throw it up and play and see where you are, and then get back in the gym and practice and work on the things that you need to work on, and continue to try to become a good team and reach your potential. But I know the guys will be excited because they've been practicing a long time and working hard. So I'm sure they're looking forward to getting on the court and playing a real game.
Sure, yeah, I bet. And so we'll look forward to that game next Wednesday. That's going to be the 17th. Right around 7:30 start, we do have the women's contest against USC Aiken a couple hours before. So if you can't make it out to the Centennial Center, we've got live web streaming. If you're a mom or dad up in Illinois or Indiana, some of these players that Coach Sellers has mentioned. But if you can make it, get on out here and support your Bobcats. We'll catch you Wednesday night, and we'll catch you next week, Coach, to recap the action. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.